What's going on, guys? I'm back at the game with the weekly skins videos, and today's store is an odd one. This is what the top sellers is looking like for this week, and the capybara rock be selling well. So let's get started with the clothing, and we'll get started with the Pixel boots, going for $1.40. This is, of course, a continuation of the Pixel set. We've had the Pixel hoodie and pants already, and I'm pretty sure we've also had the Pixel bandana. Overall, I mean, it's just like a Minecraft themed set, essentially. And these are only $1.40. We did just have the the whiteout boots, in fact, come out last week. And so lots of people would have just spent all their money on boots already the week before. But overall, I mean, I think boots are a pretty safe investment. So if you pick up the Pixel boots, I think as a long-term investment, they should be a safe investment either way, only for $1.40 in store price. So I don't think you're going to be losing money if you pick these up, but they still will be a medium to long-term investment in my opinion. Also, I don't really think the Pixel set for clothing has been that popular. Of course, the prices will be going up now just because it's continuing, and I wouldn't be surprised if this set did continue with armor as well. But for now, $1.40 for the Pixel boots. I will recommend picking them off at the rest of them store. We'll move over to the Reptile Hunter and hoodie and pants. I'm a little bit sick, if you can't tell too. So this is a continuation. We just had the Metal Gear coming out like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, something like that. And I'm sure the Metal Gear is up in price now. I'm pretty sure the Metal Gear was above $1.40 each, if I remember correctly. I'm pretty sure the face mask was more expensive than the chest plate. For whatever reason, they went the same price. But I mean, overall, I actually ended up liking them in game. I thought they actually looked quite good, especially for cutout masks. I usually personally think cutout masks are quite ugly, but this Reptile Hunter metal face mask looked quite nice. And overall, I do think that surprisingly, there is actually some appeal for the Reptile Hunter armor, and I do think that that appeal will continue with the Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants. Also, they're only going for $1.40, and I would consider these a pay-to-win skin as well, as they do blend in quite well with your surrounding environments as long as you're in a green biome or the swamp, of course. So overall, I will recommend investing in the Reptile Hunter hoodie and pants, as I do think that they'll both perform quite well as a medium to long-term investment. Right, that's all of the clothing done for this week. We'll move over to the weapons. We have the high quality metal AR. Now, I wouldn't be surprised if this ended up becoming a set and we get the sulfur AR, the metal AR, I mean, maybe not, but the stone AR and the wood AR probably. $4.25. This one is above standard store price, and in my Discord, people do seem to be frothing this AK skin. Overall, I do think it is actually quite a nice AK skin, but just looking at the pictures, it looks like the ADS is very basic, very boring. And I do think that the ADS is very important. So I do think that it's always nice to have a bright iron sight so that you can easily get a picture of where you're aiming at on your screen if you're not using a crosshair. So $4.25 is what this AK is going for whatever reason. I do think this AK looks sick, and I do think it actually is a standout skin, but it's starting at $4.25 on the rest of them store doesn't make it a very easy investment, especially when we already have so many AK skins in the game and people already have their own set favorite AK skin. I'm sure this is going to become a lot of people's new favorite AK skin, but for $4.25, I do think that you can get this one off of the community market with a buy order and maximize your potential profits by doing so. So overall, if you want to invest in it, I'd recommend getting it off of the community market with a buy order rather than picking it up off of the rest of them store for $4.25 to maximize your potential profits. Overall, though, I do think this would be a long-term investment if you do pick it up, because the demand for AK skins isn't that high simply because there's so many AK skins, and there's even a lot of nice-looking AK skins for below $4.25, so keep that in mind as well. Moving over to the deployables now, and we will look at the Adobe Door. So if you're a skin creator, my recommendation right now is for you to start making shipping container themed skins, because of course we already know that our next skinnable material is going to be shipping containers. So keep that in mind if you're a skin creator watching this video. shipping container door is likely to be accepted as well. I'd imagine that this person is probably the same person that's made the twig door, stone door, etc. And overall, I think it looks quite nice. Personally, not a big fan of the Adobe skins in-game. I just don't think they're that flash. But $2.10, I honestly don't think it's going to have a very high demand. Not everyone's bought the Adobe skins, and really the only people that are going to buy the Adobe Door are the people that have already bought the Adobe wall skins. So keep that in mind as well. I don't think that the Adobe Door is going to have a very high demand, especially compared to something like the Stone Door, which we already had coming out, and you can probably get it for a similar price, I would imagine. All right, so I've just realized we missed the Capybara Rock, but we'll look at that last. All right, so moving over to the Adobe Large Box, going for $2.10. Look, it's a cool skin, but at the same time, there isn't really too much to say about it. Of course, it's not a glowing deployable, so that's already a big downer there. It's cool, but I just don't think it's going to have any demand. It is, of course, meant to be matching the stairs of the Adobe skins. And, I mean, there's not really too much to say about it. $2.10. I don't think it's going to have demand in the community market once it leaves the Rust-On store. Overall, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Adobe Large Box off of the Rust-On store for this week. I mean, also, keep in mind, you get so many free skins these days off of the Twitch drops and stuff. And I'm sure people are going to be using their free glowing deployable box skins and using them over the non-glowing Adobe Large Box that is $2.10. Okay, so moving over to the Hobo Sleeping Bag. Now, I actually think that this is really fitting for us. I do think that the art style of this matches the game's art style. It's very different compared to all of the other skins that we get these days in the game, which are kind of like Fortnite-y, like Call of Duty kind of things, where they're real colorful and real flashy. But in saying that, you know, the community and the player base wants the Fortnite, Call of Duty, flashy skins more so than something that looks more grungy and worn and torn. So I do think that there will be an appeal and an audience for the Hobo Sleeping Bag, but I don't think the demand is going to be very high for it. And so I do think that it could be easily oversaturated, but honestly, I don't think it's going to sell that well on the Rust-On store either. So, I mean, overall, I think it's going to be a pretty mid investment. I wouldn't recommend investing in the Hobo Sleeping Bag off of the Rust-On store. $2.10 center store price is a good thing. I think it looks quite nice in game, but I just don't think it's going to have demand to go up in value. So overall, not going to recommend investing in the Hobo Sleeping Bag off of the Rust-On store for this week. Moving over to the final deployable, we have the Monuments Glass Garage Door going for $4.25. And this is a glowing deployable. Overall, I actually really like this garage door skin, but I just can't get amongst the wood texture on it. I think it looks a little bit weird. I don't know what it is. Personally, I just don't like it. But everything else, the mosaic glass, the glowing, it looks like insane. It looks sick. $4.25 though. We've already had the Pokemon garage door, and does anyone even need another garage door besides another Pokemon garage door or the OMIGHTY the King garage door? No, probably not. I don't think it's going to have a very high demand once it leaves the Rust-On store, and I don't think that people are going to be wanting to fork out $5 or more for their skin on the community market. And that is pretty much, you're going to have to be selling it for $5 or more to actually even make any money off of it because of the Steam tax and the fact that it's selling at $4.25. So the Monuments Glass Garage Door, it looks sick. I think if you pick it up as a play skin, you probably won't really lose money. But as an investment, I'm not going to recommend investing in the Monuments Glass Garage Door off the Rust-On store for this week. Sick skin though. Moving over to the final skin of the week, we have the Capybara Rock. And the description of this is pull up and then push down. So am I missing something there? I'm not sure. If you guys know some sort of inside pull up and push down joke, then let me know in the comments because clearly that's gone over my head. But this is, of course, a rock skin of a capybara's head. And capybaras are actually a big old bloody hamster, essentially. This is going for $4.25, which is above center store price. It is, of course, a unique looking rock skin. But we already have rock skins like the Skull Rock, which actually physically changes the rock to a skull, which was a face punch skin. And then we have other pretty standout looking rock skins, and rock skins aren't really that they don't really have that high of a demand because, of course, you don't really use the rock for that long in your white. Even though you are respawning with it, I still don't think that something for $4.25 starting at on the Rust-Bottom store is really going to make you that much money and have that much demand. Of course, it is a good, unique, standout rock skin, and it is a meme. So a lot of people are going to buy it and go, ah ha ha ha, look, capybara rock. But $4.25, as I said, I don't think the demand is really going to be there to increase the price that much that you're going to be making money off of it. So if you pick up the capybara rock off the Rust-Bottom store as a play skin, you probably won't really lose much money. I actually do think you'll lose a little bit. But if you pick it up off of the Rust-Bottom store as an investment, I think you'll lose money. If you pick it up off the community market with a buy order, then I think you could potentially make money. Of course, it does depend on how much you buy it for, and then when you sell it, which I would recommend selling it around Christmas time or a little bit after. So $4.25, not going to recommend investing in the capybara rock, but I do think it is a funny play skin. So that's going to do it for this week, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed this video, and remember, have a skits one.
Why? 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 Why?